Hello, and thank you for joining me for the product program troop training. We just want to go over a quick overview of last year and how it went, and it actually went very, very well. We had a lot of increases, even though our participation had decreased. It was quite incredible. We had a total sale increase of 18.3%. So definitely good, and thank you so much for all your hard work last year. We did have some really superstar service units. Here is our list right here. And these are, a variety of service units, whether they have a strong team, not so strong team, if they don't have anyone on the service team at all. So it definitely tells a lot about the leaders and their commitment to the girls to kind of, really build them up and encourage them to participate in both programs. Here we have our top items. On the right in the green, we have top selling girl delivered items. There's really no big surprise here. We have all of our little animals, which are the peanut butter bears, penguins, owls, always a huge hit. Then on the left here, we have our direct shipped items. And these are items that are directly shipped to the customer. They pay the shipping, etc. We really see that top one, the military donation item. We don't see that very top very often. So that's telling us that, when people are in there purchasing their items, because it isn't a shipping cost to that they're either including it on to their order or they're just, making that donation and going on their day. So you'll hear a lot about, we know that this is a fundraiser, absolutely. But we also want to really focus on the fact that this is a program. We are the largest girl-led program in the world. So it's quite exciting and quite a good, good thing to have. So yes, the troops earn money, the service units earn money, we as a council earn the money, but we just really want to focus on what it's doing for our girls and our girl membership. So you'll hear me talk a lot about 5 skills during the programming and their goal setting, money management, people skills, decision making, business ethics. These are all very important things that the girls are learning. It's really great to see girls when they start as daisies, as they move on up, and how they are going about, being able to talk to people, being able to plan events, plan what excursions they want to go on, really kind of setting themselves up so in the future they have those skills to say, hey, this is what's going to take this trip to London, and this is what we want to do. So really a great opportunity to really kind of embrace that girl-led programming and make it happen for the girls. For our theme this year, you'll see this theme throughout our cookie program as well. GSUSA has decided to kind of streamline it. So we will have one theme, but we'll have 2 different mascots. So the mascot for this year for our fall is our Hawaiian monk seal. This is a great little seal, or not so little actually. It can grow up to 7 feet in length and weigh 600 pounds. So these are really great animals to kind of really look into and to research. The one thing I do love about our M2 partner is that the animals that are chosen by the girls are all endangered, whether it be the endangered for their food source, their habitat, the numbers of them in general. So it's really great to really research that. It's also a really great way to introduce more programming as far as environmental and ecosystem, and there's tons of badges and things that they can earn to do that, and while researching it and participating in the fall program as well. So some important dates that are coming up. Our go day is September 16th, which is this Friday. We begin right when you wake up on Friday morning, and then we go until Sunday, the 16th of October, and that's the last day that the order card and the girl delivered items can be entered into the M2 platform. You guys then, as troops, have 2 days to get them in. If you need to end your program, a little bit early just to get those cards in, that's perfectly fine. We just let you know that although if you end on, say, the 13th, that the parents do have until the 16th to get you those orders, so you do still have to accept the orders past that date. So then in November, we have our Girl Delivered and our order card orders coming into our service unit level. So they will be in touch as soon as that does occur on when to be picking up as a troop. On November 8th, we usually typically do the Western Mass area, and November 9th, we typically do the Central Mass area. So it's a really great opportunity to get those done. And then we have our online program, which will last until November 13th to gain those extra sales, especially if people forgot or they want to support and they just didn't meet that timeline for the order card. They still have that ability to do a direct ship until November. There's multiple ways to participate in the fall program. We do try to make sure that we give a lot of options to the girls because every situation is different. So we have our in-person with a nut card. This is where they can go door to door, visit friends and family, and present their nut and order card, nut order card to them. If the parent, guardian, adult is taking the card to work with them, we do ask that the girl include something, whether it be a note or a video or a picture doing the initial ask. Like I said, this is a girl-led program, so we really want to make sure that it's front and center, that the girl is doing the ask when it comes to promoting and selling the product. Then they have the online Girl Delivered with a credit card payment. This is a great opportunity for customers if they, don't have cash on them or want to order just quite a little bit more and they want to pay with a credit card, an opportunity to do so. The Girl Delivered items, the only ones available are the ones from the order card. So when they select that option, they will be brought to the order card items, and then they'll make the purchase that way. Then we have our direct shipped nuts and chocolate and online magazines. These are all, paid for by credit card, and then they are sent off and shipped directly to the customer. Our lineup this year is very similar or the same as it was last year. This is a great lineup. It's very successful for us, and it gives quite a lot of options for the customer. The only big change that we really have are those two tins that we have. The first one is the Girl Scout memory tin with our mint treasures in those. The great thing about that tin is it's not embossed. So when you touch it, it doesn't like pop up when you feel the top of it. It's debossed. So when you feel it, it looks like it's been carved in, like you would carve a memory box, etc. Then we also have our non-Girl Scout tin, which is our chickadee on the red mitten with the food. This is filled with our milk chocolate pretzels. These are always great for a gift giving idea, great for bus drivers, for home health aides, for teachers, whatever you are needing a gift for. Great one to have, just handy to give out to others. With the online store, we do have some exclusive store items that aren't available other than on in the system or direct shipped. So in here is a variety of those. We also have past tins. So as you can see, we have Ashland Farms does like to do sets. So we've had a uniform set before. That camera was part of a set, which I believe was that suitcase, and I believe it was a mailbox, and the memory tin this year. The Girl Scout memory tin will be the first of part of a set of 3 as well. So they like to have little sets that come out. They've done houses prior, so it's a really great opportunity for that. We are happy to share that our shipping has not increased by much at all. So we have, it only has increased by a couple cents, which is amazing. With inflation, we were a little concerned on how high that direct shipping would be, and it is very similar to last year, which is fabulous. The standard shipping is between 5 to 7 days. If you live in a location that, is going to be a little bit warmer, or, the customer does, they'll want to maybe do the 2-day shipping, just because it gives that it'll get there a lot quicker, but it gives that a chance to be able to get a replacement if needed, if the item does melt. All right. And as you can see, that the more products that they sell, the cheaper the cost of the shipping is. As I mentioned, our Project Care and Share, which is our PCS, they will get a special patch for that if they do the 5 PCS donations that are needed. All of our PCS donations go to Barnes Air National Guard, in which we make sure that we take care of it on our end. So you will never see that product. But if you do the 5+, then the girl will get that cute little pineapple Care to Share patch. So our troop proceed amount is the same as it was last year. We do the 14% base with the rewards and then 16 without. And then we do have bonus opportunities. So if a troop has a per girl average, and this is always the girl selling, of $250, then they will get an additional 6 cents per box during our cookie program. If the girl has a per girl average of 300, the troop has a per girl average of 300 plus, then they'll get an additional 2% of all sales for the fall program. So there is potential for troops to earn 14% to 16% at that base, and 16% to 18%, depending on if they get the bonuses. Opting out is for junior levels and above, so our daisies and brownies will not get that opportunity to opt out. I just want to go over the girl experience and what her platform will look like. So when she gets her email to welcome her into the system, this is where they'll go. If they had a email and password from last year, it might still work from what I'm told. So they can do the already registered and logged in option to the left here, or they can create a new user and submit everything. Once she's in the system, it's going to ask her some questions. So it's going to ask her a little bit of information about herself, her name, if she has a nickname, what the girls are going to be doing with the funds, what is her personal goal, what is her troop goal, and all that goes into her storefront and the email that goes out to the customers. Once she wraps that up, she'll have a chance to create her avatar, which is always exciting. We love to see the different personalities that come out when looking at the girls' avatars. And there is quite a bit of items to choose from, with different facial features, different hair, body, different clothing, different accessories. They can wear sunglasses, headbands, different shoes. So it's a really great time for the girls to really express themselves and explore everything and really kind of create their own design. They can also add a voice to their avatar. So clicking on here, we do offer a sample script. This is not something the girls must follow. If they would prefer to do a script themselves, that's fine. We just offer a sample because we know sometimes the girls don't know what to say or want to make sure they sound professional or not. So this is a great opportunity for them to do that. And they can just hit that record button and go from there. Then they'll have the opportunity to personalize their storefront even more by uploading a picture, uploading a video, giving that opportunity to the girls. We really suggest that maybe at least a picture, just to kind of personalize that. So when the customers are going on, they know who they're supporting and why. If that's not something that they want to do right away, they can skip that step and go back to it. And then the final step is uploading all of the emails. If you had a customer that made a purchase for last year, then their email will show up again. Any other emails will have wiped out. You can either add them individually, so you can add each one individually, make a little greeting for them, and do it that way, or they can import their contacts with one of the address booklets or address things. So when they do import them, however, please make sure you are cleaning up your list, that you're not including other leaders, other service unit team members that maybe will have a girl that they are supporting themselves. And some people get very upset if they feel pressure to support somebody else, especially when they're in the same troop as you or whatnot. This is the only opportunity that you will have to turn off girl delivery. So if girl delivery is not an option that you want to give to your customers, then you might want to shoot them an email or let them know not to select girl delivery. The transactions are not something that that parents approve. So the transaction will go through with that girl delivery. So you want to make sure that you are giving them that knowledge and making them aware. They will have other opportunities to share the storefront, whether it be through a text message, which is what that copy link to clipboard means, sharing my site on Facebook or Twitter. Please keep in mind that if you are doing it on Facebook, that it will be on your personal Facebook page only. You cannot share it in a town site, another Girl Scout site, any kind of platform. It only is on your personal Facebook page. If people choose to share it for you, keep in mind that now they will have the option for girl delivery. So you really want to make sure that you hold that close to you. And if someone is sharing, that they're making customers aware not to do girl delivery if it's not something that you know or are close to in location wise. After they do all that, they can fill out the information for their personalized patch so that when they get to that level, they can go right into production. So we'll need to make sure that there's the shipping address and we're not having to track anyone down. So please make sure that that is filled out. They will have an option to do either the paddleboard or the scuba gear, and then they'll be able to take that out. If they do reach that level and it goes right to production, it does take 8 to 10 weeks to produce it, and then it gets shipped out to the girl. It will get shipped directly to the girl to the address that is added in there, and this is what the envelope will look like for that. So how do they earn the personalized patch? This is what the qualifications are to earn it. So they must send 18 unique emails. So as they're going through the system, just so that you're aware, if you set up your daughter's site with your email address, you can't then send an email to it because it will not count it as one of the 18 emails. So they do have to be unique emails, and then they have to have a combined sale for in-person and online of $300. Very attainable, and many of our girls do get that personalized patch, which is always a great thing. We always like to kind of merge our fall and our cookie program. We do this by offering a crossover patch. For a crossover patch, there is an opportunity to earn it and not have that personalized patch. So if they didn't qualify for the personalized patch for fall, that doesn't mean that they won't qualify for the cookie one. Just keep that in mind. So for the cookie one, they'll need to launch those 18 plus emails, just like they would do for the fall. So that's all they would have to do for the fall to qualify for this. They'll get an email in January saying, hey, congratulations, you qualified. Now just make sure you're doing your cookie portion of it. And that would be selling 200 plus packages of cookies during that cookie program. As you can see, the badges or the patches really kind of go together. The wave in the back kind of coincides going from day to night, and then that water level is the same. The sand kind of merges together. So they really wanted to make sure that it flows together nicely. Once they've completed all that, they'll get to their dashboard. This is what the dashboard is going to look like. You'll see that goal up there. Please keep those goals updated so that if the girl does reach that goal, go ahead and update that to a higher goal. It's always great when customers go online and the girl hasn't reached their goal, and maybe they'll support it and get to that goal for them. So always make sure you're updating the goal. If you have more than one daughter, you can go ahead and either underneath the avatar add another Girl Scout, or go down to this +1 icon and you can add the girl that way. This is the only case that you will be able to go ahead and just kind of toggle between them. So as you are signed in as a parent. So make sure you are filling that out, and it'll bring you back to like that first step with the other girl. So you just have to make sure at least you have one email, and then you can add your other children on there. Like I said, you can toggle back and forth, and that's with this green and white head icon down here. So you don't have to sign out and re-sign in each time you want to go to each of the girls' dashboards. Then you can enter in, the parents can enter in the paper orders right from the dashboard. If this is not something that you as a troop leader would like to happen, you are more than welcome to tell them, no, don't do it. But it does, help to take that one extra thing off of your plate. So we do have that opportunity, but I do still require you to get those order cards in and double check them all, because there's nothing worse than having a parent who thought that they put 10 in, accidentally slipped and hit another 0, and now they have 100 of a product they're held liable for. So please make sure that you're just double checking, nothing looks a little wonky, and that everything coincides with what they said that they wanted. Then they can check for their emails. They can send more emails from here by going to this book icon, and it's a great opportunity to see how close you are to that 18 that are being sent out. They can always check their sales, going to their sales report, so it keeps them to see how close they are to their goal and how much more they would need to get to that. We always try to offer them tools as well, so that they can go out and be very productive when they're doing those asks and talking to customers. So we offer a door hanger, which the girls can use when they're going door to door, handing out to customers. They can also print off business cards. So when you're out and about and you see an old friend, in the store, your daughter can just whip out their business card and give that to them, and it will bring them right to the girls' site. And then for the text, as you can see, the share my site, it does go with a message, and it shows an icon there as well. So it's not just, press here or something inside, text. It'll show an icon and what it's for exactly. Then, like I said, when they wanted to add a new video, if they wanted to add it, this is where they would go to update that and to add that. Then we always want to have some fun stuff for the girls to do, so they can go in, and until that personalized patch is submitted, they can make changes and go back and forth from the paddleboard to the snorkel kit, etc. Then they can check out their avatar, make changes to their avatar, and go from there. Then they can go to an avatar room, and that avatar's room is really kind of cool. They can go to each item on here, and each of these items that they click on will open up an activity or something that they need to do in order to gain either more accessories or get some knowledge on information. They can also look and view at their troop photo, which is always a great thing, so they can see their other friends' avatars and see their personalities coming out as well. Then we have a button for the rewards. As the girl earns their reward, it will check off in a green check mark that they've earned it, so they can see what level they're at and where they're going. We do always ask for the girl input with rewards, so if your girls do have input, please send that over to me. I always look for new information and what the girls want. One of the big things that we heard is that the girls want usable items. They don't want something that they can just, stick on a shelf and forget about. They want things that they can use every day. So we have a t-shirt, journals, keychain, LED strip lights, and so it's just really great things that we'll be able to offer the girls. But keep in mind that we have girls from Daisies on up to ambassadors that love these items. So we really have to offer quite a range of different items. If your troop opts out for the season, that is perfectly fine, but keep in mind they will still earn the patches at the levels that they have earned at. So if they get to this goal getter level, they will just get that goal getter patch, super seller, and then any of these 3 as well. And if they do the 5 PCS items, then they'll get the pineapple patch. At the bottom here, we have the Share My Site. This is where the parents can go to send out more text messages, send it more on Facebook, etc. And if they want to update their profile, they can do it right here. We also love a good, healthy competition. So we show the girls, the highest sellers in the troop right here on the bottom right. So your girl could be seeing herself or she could be seeing her best friend. So it's always great to see, where they are as far as levels and selling. Then for the buyer experience, when that email goes out to the customer, it'll have that greeting on there. It'll have, what they're doing with their goals, etc. This is also the opportunity that they click on it and hear that special message coming from the avatar that the girl recorded earlier. Once they do click on that, they'll have the option of going either to the magazine or the nuts and chocolate. Depending on how they got into the system, they might have an additional box pop up. So if this came from an email and it does not have girl delivery attached, they'll just have the option of the magazines, the nuts and chocolate, and that's it. When you click on it, it'll go right to that storefront. If they are having that girl delivery option, they'll do the magazines, the nuts and chocolate. When they select on the nuts and chocolate, another box will pop up saying, girl delivered or shipped to me. So that's the difference in what they'll see when they are selecting their item. Then an email confirmation will go out to them, telling them exactly what to purchase, the amount, the cost, and order number, so that if they have any questions, they can call and choose customer care, and they'll be able to guide them with what they need. Now, as a volunteer, you guys will have access already to the system. So that was given on September 9th. So some of you were sent emails. We're finding out that some were not. So everyone should be in there. If you are not, please check with your service unit level fall product manager. They'll be able to guide you into getting your access in there if they have not put you in. If they're saying that you are in there, then you might want to try putting in your email and then forgot password. That will prompt another email to come to you. If you're still having trouble, there is a phone number you can call at the end of my presentation that will show you that you can call and get that situated. Once you are in the system as a leader, you should see all of your girls listed and the parent, guardian, adult email. We do have the email that is under the girl's name in the membership database. So if that is not current, please make sure that the parent is updating that. This is the only opportunity that you guys will have as leaders to correct those email addresses before you send and continue. All right. So if there's something that isn't correct and you see that right away, please make sure you do make that fix and that change and put that into the system. So once that's all done, up until the 16th, it'll put it in a queue. If you do it after the 16th, it'll send an email right to the girl. And then you do send and continue. And then you'll see all of the emails that have gone out. If something has bounced, if something didn't get open yet, or if they did open it, etc. All right, so this is a great opportunity to see that and go from there. And then you'll be right on your dashboard. On your dashboard, you have the opportunity to send messages to all the parents. It's in one little hub, so you just have to send it from there. You don't have to go looking through your address booklets for everything. There is a 7 to 10 minute training video that you do have to watch when you first sign in. If you choose to play that and just kind of walk away, but you thought, oh, well, I need to go back to that, have it play all the way through, because then you'll have to replay it. And then you can come back to it by watching it over here. All right, so there is opportunity to watch that again. And I do recommend that you do watch it because it walks you through the whole platform. There's many times that I can't see what you're seeing, and it gives you that ability to kind of solve any issues as they go. They'll also want to make sure that you are creating your avatar and making it current, because as a leader, you get the avatar in the personalized patch as well. So if you have a total of $1,000 in total gross sales, and you activate that parent guardian email campaign, then you'll earn that patch as well. I believe our total gross sales last year for Troop were 3,000. So this is a very doable total. And we love the opportunity to give you guys something as much as we can. So after you're all done and you've added everything into the system, you're going to want to make sure that you do either print or save to your computer copies of your delivery tickets for your girls. We want to really make sure that, you know, when you're going to pick your items up from the service unit, you're counting every single item and you do not leave until you've counted everything and made sure that everything is there. The same thing when your parents come to pick up, you're going to be counting with them, making sure that what they're signing off on is what they're saying they're getting. There shouldn't be any, when you get home, you're missing items or anything like that. So you really want to make sure that those are up to date and that you have those on hand. I recommend the reward one because of the fact that at the end, we submit in November for the rewards. So those are always easy to have on hand, especially if you're having trouble getting back into the system, which some of our volunteers do. So we want to really make sure that you have those for when those rewards arrive. Like I said, there is a phone number that I want you to please write down, and that number is the 1-800-372-8520. This is for the M2 customer care line. So if there is a order that you need to cancel because they selected girl delivery, you'll call them. If you're having trouble with the actual platform, you'll call them as well. They'll be able to guide you a lot easier than I will because I'm limited in what I can see. And I can't go in as you unless you give me your username and password, which I'd be more than happy to help as well. But sometimes calling their customer care will get an answer a little bit faster. You can also go online and do it that way, doing a chat and whatnot. So that's the avenues that you have for customer care. All right. So that wraps up my training. So thank you for joining me this day. And if you have any questions, please don't ever hesitate to let me know, and have a good day.